What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your Umbrella Spirit community leader, the Umbrella Roster 97 here, and I'm back here with another live stream. You have read that title. So, in today's live stream, I'll be reacting to Black Sheep of the World 98's 30-year anniversary of Friday. You heard it right here, folks. Today, I'll be reacting to one of Black Sheep of the World 98's recent new videos. And one thing I gotta say right here, right now is let me go ahead and get the party started. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can actually activate my live chat. Okay, so that should be able to do the trick. Alrighty then. So, yep, that's one thing that I do want to have a chance to be saying as of right now. So, okay, so there is something that I do have to check up on really quick. Okay, so I believe I'm seeing someone in the live chat, but I want to make sure if, this is actually like the real person. Give me 1 second just to make sure really quick. Alrighty then, I just want to make sure. Okay, so I believe this is actually like the real person, but I'm just wondering, I believe I made this person into like a mod already. So I don't even understand. I mean, I should have been able to make this person into a moderator, but unless, of course, if this person is actually, made a brand new channel. I'm not even quite sure, but if this person actually wants to tell me behind the scenes on Facebook Messenger, then this person is more than welcome to actually let me know. Yep. But I don't even know. But all I can really say right now is I might, may consider. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, I may consider making this person into a moderator. I might make the person into a mod, but who knows? I might be able to make that happen. Okay, so that's one thing that I do want to have a chance to be saying. So just give me 1 second just to make sure if I got everything correctly in my live chat as of right now. Okay, then. So I just want to make sure everything is working correctly from my end. So yeah, everything should be able to be working just fine for the time being. Yep. Wait, hold on just a second. I believe I'm receiving a DM on Facebook Messenger, so I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so I'm not gonna worry too much about that if I'm gonna be honest. But all I can really say right now is I just want to focus on this live stream, if anything. Okay, then. So let me go ahead and get back to, my live chat really quick. So that way I can let, some people say their piece in the live chat. Okay, so let me go ahead and see who is in the live chat right here, right now. We've got Braxton Lenny. How's it going? And as usual, I will say your famous catchphrase. Why, hello there, everybody. This is Braxton Lenny. Anyways, one thing I gotta say right here, right now is it's great to see you as of right now, Braxton Lenny. So all I can really say right now is hopefully that you are actually having a good day so far. Yep. But one thing that I do want to say to you as of right now, Braxton, I know that you actually want to talk with me, behind the scenes on Instagram. So all I can really say right now is I believe you actually want to have a chance to be doing that, but I couldn't because I've been pretty busy with my own personal life and stuff like that. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to have a chance to be saying to you. But let me go ahead and see who is in the live chat right here, right now. We've got HF99. How's it going? This is what you said right now, HF99. Why, hello there, everybody. This is HF99. Okay, so one thing that I want to say about that is I can just tell that you just like to copy, you know, Braxton Lenny, if anything. But by all means, if you actually want to actually, be saying his catchphrase HF99, then I'm pretty sure that Braxton Lenny would even give you permission to actually do that. But what can I say? I mean, Braxton Lenny does have a memorable catchphrase in our community. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to say to you, HF99. So yeah. But by all means, you could use that catchphrase, but it's up to Braxton Lenny. But anyways, let me go ahead and see who's in the live chat right here, right now. We've got my boy Spirited 21 is in the house. Spear dude, spear dude, spear dude. Anyways, it's great to see you as of right now, Spirit 21. So let me go ahead and see if I can actually save these comments really quick. Alrighty then, so I'm just gonna go ahead and actually save them. Okay, so just give me 1 second. Okay, so that should be able to do the trick. Alrighty then, so I just wanted to just make sure about that. Okay, so that should be able to do that. So I will get to some more comments in just a second really quick, and all I can really say right now is this is gonna be a pretty interesting live stream. So, yep. So hopefully that so many people will be enjoying this. So all I can really say right now is I'm just gonna go ahead and actually interact with the people, and then I'll go ahead and actually get this live stream started. Yep. But anyways, let me go ahead and see who's in the live chat right here, right now. We've got Olivia Rodrigo fan, aka Livy fan. How's it going? Okay, this is what you're saying right now. Why, hello there, everybody. This is Livy fan. All I can really say about that is it just me, or are you actually, trying to get in depth with, Brax and Lenny's, content? Because all I can really say right now is, this is just, fun that you're actually saying that as of right now, Livy. Yep. But all I can really say right now is, wait, hold on just a second. I believe I'm receiving a DM right now, but I'm not gonna be worried, I'm not gonna be worried about that too much. So yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna be worried. I'm not gonna be worried about that too much. But anyways, let me go in and see what Braxley is saying right now. Exactly, Umbrella. Exactly, man. All I can really say as of right now, Braxton, is I just love it whenever you say that, certain catchphrase, if anything. Yep. And one thing I want to say right now is if I'm actually missing some comments, I do apologize. But at the same time, I'm just giving some people a chance for them to say their piece in the live chat. So yeah, I'm just trying to just do, check out, one comment at a time. So I will get to these comments in just a second, but at the same time, I'm just doing whatever I can to make sure, you could say almost everybody would get a chance to, for me to actually address their comment and stuff like that. Yep. Okay, so let me go to see if there's gonna be some more comments really quick. Okay, so I believe I'm seeing a comment from HF99, so let me see if I can actually check it out. Umbrella, guess what? I might be going to Super Nintendo World in Orlando in the summer. Oh, okay then. All I can really say as of right now, HF99, is that is actually fantastic to hear that you might consider, you will be going to Orlando and actually check out Super Nintendo World. I don't know too much about that HF99, if I'm gonna be honest with you, but I might consider actually, researching that, but not right now though, because I'm actually doing a live stream. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to say to you, HF99. So I might consider actually doing a quick, research on that, but who knows? So yeah. But all I can really say right now is hopefully that you have fun. But anyways, I believe I'm seeing this new person in the live chat. So I'm gonna go and see who's here right now. We've got Network 3000. How's it going? Okay, this is what you're saying right now. Hello, it's me, David. Just stopping by. Oh, okay then. All I can really say right now is it's actually good to see you as of right now, David. So all I can really say right now is I think I was able to make you into a moderator. So hopefully that you are already a mod. So thankfully, all I can really say right now is I think that you send me a friend request on Facebook Messenger and I was able to accept it. So yeah, I don't know too much about you, David, but if you ever want to have a civil conversation with me behind the scenes, I'm actually down for that, but not right now though, because I'm actually doing a live stream at the moment. So yeah, but anyways, let me go and see what HF99 is saying right now. Yes, as a former Floridian, I miss Orlando very much. Okay, then. All I can really say as of right now, HF99, is that's actually pretty fantastic that you actually want to go back to Orlando that badly. So, yep, that's one thing that I do want to be saying. But all I can really say right now, HF99, is hopefully that you will have fun when you actually have that, experience in a way. Yep. But all I can really say right now is this is just fantastic that I'm just, having some new subscribers in my live chat, especially Network 3000. And I believe he used to go by, I mean, what I meant to say, this channel used to go by David 3000 when it was just, by himself in a way. But all I can really say right now is I never thought that he would have, Topic Friday within his own YouTube channel. But all I can really say right now is when it comes to you, David, is that's actually pretty fantastic that you actually have Topic Friday within your own channel. I mean, granted, you are like the full owner, but I guess now it's just a group channel in a way. So for those who don't know, this is what I think that David is doing. So I guess you could say that back then it was just David 3000, but I guess now he just made his entire YouTube channel into a group channel, and as of right now, it's Network 3000. So it's pretty fantastic to actually see that he actually has some people in charge of his, well, he has people who can actually do content in his own channel and whatnot. I don't even know. But whatever David is going to be doing, that's entirely up to him. But regardless, I just highly appreciate David being in my live chat and just him supporting me and stuff like that. So, yeah. But all I can really say right now is I can keep going on and on about, positive things about, David. But anyways, all I can really say right now is I'm just gonna go and wait and see if there's gonna be some more comments in the live chat. And all I can really say right now is I might consider getting this, particular video ready, but I'm gonna go ahead and actually interact with some of you people in the live chat because, I actually want to get to know some of you people before I actually, get this video up and ready. So all I can really say right now is let's see if we can actually try to keep this conversation going because I just like, having conversation with the people in the live chat. So this is one thing that I like, talking about random topics. And that's one thing that I do want to be saying. Yep. But all I can really say right now is I'm just hoping that some of the new subscribers will be in the live chat, but that's entirely up to them if they actually want to be in the live chat or not. So, yep, that's one thing that I do want to say. And one thing I want to say right now is to this person in the live chat, I'm just wondering what happened to your previous YouTube channel. I mean, you should have been a moderator at this point. Yes, I just made you into a mod the other day, but all I can really say right now is if you can actually elaborate in the live chat of what happened to your previous YouTube channel, then hopefully I'll have a better understanding. I might consider making you to a moderator and I will make you a mod, but I just want you to elaborate for me. What actually happened to your previous YouTube channel? I'm just wondering. But you could say if you lost access to it or if you, in a way, deleted it in a way, then I'd be happy to make you into a moderator. But I just want some answer before I make you into a mod. But all I can really say right now is if you're not comfortable of saying it to me in the live chat, then you can actually tell me about this behind the scenes, but not right now though, because I'm actually doing a live stream at the moment. So, this is one thing I do want to say right now. I cannot be doing, calls and doing a stream at the same time. So it's not possible. I cannot be streaming and take, do actual calls at the same time. So yeah, unfortunately I can't do calling at the moment because, I'm doing an actual stream right now. But all I can really say right now is I'm just gonna go ahead and wait and see if some people will be in the live chat. At the same time, I can see that some of you people, I believe you're watching but not commenting. But at the same time, that's what makes live streams interesting. If there's some, comments in the live chat, then it just makes this live stream all the more interesting in a way. Yep. But anyways, give me one second. I believe I'm receiving a DM right now, but I might, I'm not gonna be worried too much about, the DMs. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to say. Okay, yep, I'm not gonna be worried too much about that. So yeah. But one thing is for certain though is I believe I got, the video ready right now. So yeah, this should be able to do the trick. Okay, so wait, hold on just a second. Yeah, I should be able to get the video ready, but I'm not gonna play it as of right now because all I can really say right now is I'm just gonna go ahead and actually, talk with some of you people in the live chat, and then I'll go ahead and actually get this started. But just give me 1 second. Like, is someone or somebody trying to like spam in my live chat? I'm not gonna be worried too much about that, but I would appreciate if some people don't do that because, in a way, I don't tolerate spamming in my live chat. I honestly don't. But all I can really say right now is if this was just an accident, then all I can really say right now is I'll just make this person into a mod. So I will make this person into a moderator, but at the same time, I would appreciate if there's no spamming. Yep. Okay. So just give me 1 second just to make sure if alrighty then. I just have to take a look at something one thing right now in the live chat. Okay. So far my live chat is going pretty well at the moment. All right, just give me 1 second really quick. Okay, that should be able to do it because I believe I'm seeing some spamming, and all I can really say right now is I'm not gonna tolerate that whatsoever. Nope. So if there is some spamming in the live chat, that is one thing I'm not gonna be tolerating. Nope. But if this person actually wants to talk to me behind the scenes, but it needs to be it needs to wait until after the live stream. So yeah, that's one thing I want to say. So let me go in and see if I actually took care of this really quick. Yep. But anyways, I'm just waiting to see if there's gonna be some more comments in live chat before I actually, make this live stream, interesting. And one thing is for certain though, I will get the video ready. And all I can really say right now is I think for this live stream, most likely it's gonna be just a solo stream. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna have some people into my streamer panel. I don't know, but at the same time, this is one thing that I definitely want to be doing, and I will be reacting to, Black Sheep of the World 98's, recent new video because what can I say? He has my full respect, and you know, you could say that as of right now, I just, fully trust him because, you could say he's been like very loyal to, in our community, and that's one thing that I got to give him props for. Yep. But one thing is for certain though is Black Sheep, he just, tells it how it is. And one thing is for certain though is he knows how to make some pretty good, interesting content. Not only that, but one thing is for certain though, he puts hard work and dedication into his content. And that's one thing that I gotta respect him about. So yeah, that's one thing I want to say in regards to Black Sheep of the World 98. Yep. Okay, so I'm just waiting to see if it's gonna be literally almost anybody or anyone in the live chat because at the same time, it would just be a lot more interesting if there's some more comments in the live chat because that's what makes live streams interesting in general. Yep. But I believe I've already got the majority of your people's comments in the live chat. So if I do happen to miss some, then I do apologize for that. But all I can really say right now is thankfully I was able to get the majority of them. Yep. But anyways, while I'm actually going to be waiting for some people, I believe I'm going to go ahead and actually take a look at some DMs right now. So, but I'm not going to be, focusing too much on my DMs because I actually want to focus on this live stream. Yep. Okay. So far I'm not seeing anything interesting right now, on my DMs, but at the same time, I will let some people know that I'm currently live. And if they actually want to be in my live chat, then they are more than welcome to actually do so because I just do appreciate, that people actually do check out my content, more specifically my live streams. But all I can really say right now is, you know, at least my StreamYard streams, if I got that correctly, they are just pretty interesting for, this community in general. Yep. But all I can really say right now is I'm not quite sure if the homie Black Sheep of the World 98 will be here, but I don't even know. But if he happens to actually check out this live stream, then he's more than welcome to actually check it out. But yep. And I'm pretty sure he wouldn't mind if I actually, react to one of his new recent videos. And all I can really say right now is it is a pretty positive video, of him giving his thoughts on, this particular film, Friday. And whoever thought this is my opinion on this. I actually do enjoy this movie quite a lot. Like, I'm being for real on that. Yep. But all I can really say right now is this is just like pretty interesting. Like, whoever thought, like, after 30 years since this film has been made, it's just pretty interesting to this very day. Yep. And I believe this film came out in like somewhere in like, let me do my quick research really quick, in like the mid 90s in a way. So all I can really say right now is to this very day, this film is literally considered as a classic. And that's one thing that I do have to give props to, everything about this film, the director, like the cast, and overall this film. Like everything about this film is just pretty interesting from like start to finish. Yep. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to have a chance to be saying. Okay, so I believe this person is actually trying to tell me that, this person is not spamming. Oh, okay then. All I can really say right now is I would appreciate if there's literally no spamming in the live chat. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to say to you. I mean, you're more than welcome to actually express yourself in the live chat, but when it comes to like actual spamming, all I can really say right now is I'm not gonna, time you out or even block you, but at the same time, I will have to delete your message because let's be honest, spamming is not even fun. Like it isn't. Nope. So that is one thing I'm not gonna be tolerating. But if it was just an accident, then that's fine. Yep. But I think in my own personal opinion, I don't think I'm gonna be having people in my streamer panel, unfortunately, because I actually want to go ahead and actually react to this video, if anything. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to have a chance to be doing. So all I can really say right now is this live stream will be interesting, but at the same time, I'm gonna go ahead and actually just talk with the people for a bit more. Yep. And then all I can really say right now is I will go ahead and actually get this video up and ready so that way I can give my, thoughts and opinion on it. And all I can really say right now is I would highly recommend that, to the people in the live chat to actually go ahead and actually check out, his content, the homie Black Sheep of the Rule 98, because one thing is for certain though is he knows how to make real actual content. And not only that, but he knows how to keep it real with people. So, yeah, I mean, I can keep going on and on about, Black Sheep of the Royal 98 because what can I say? He's just a pretty, good person to be around. And one thing is for certain though is I actually do have some, civil conversation with him from time to time. And thankfully, I got him on social media. So, yeah, that's one thing I want to say. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and wait for some people to actually be in the live chat because I will be, checking out some comments and I will let people actually express themselves. So yeah. So I believe I've already got almost everybody's comment in the live chat, but I'm just waiting to see if there's gonna be some new ones because all I can really say right now is that's what makes live streams interesting in general. Wait, hold on just a second. I believe I'm receiving a DM on Discord really quick, but just let me go ahead and actually check this out really quick. Okay, I'm not gonna be worried too much about that. Okay. I'm not even gonna be worried about that. Okay, so let me go ahead and actually check out some of these settings that I've actually gotten right now. Alrighty then. Okay, I'm not gonna be worried too much about that. Well, at the same time, all I can really say right now is to the people in the live chat, let's see if we can actually try to keep this, live stream more interesting in a way. Yep. I mean, this is one thing that I do notice is some of the people were here in the live chat, but as of right now, I'm not really seeing a lot of people now. It's quite unfortunate, but I don't even know. But it could be due to the fact that certain people are actually busy as of right now, and if that's the case, then that's fine, and I guess. But at the same time, I'm just doing everything I can to make some pretty interesting, live streams for you, some of you people to actually enjoy. More specifically, streamer streams, if that makes any sense to you. Yep. But anyways, I'm gonna go and let some more people know that I'm actually doing a live stream at the moment. And if some people actually want to be expressing themselves, then by all means, just go ahead and actually express yourself. I mean, I am doing a live stream for a good reason. Well, more specifically, this one. Yep. But all I can really say as of right now is let's definitely see if we can try to keep some more interesting topics because I actually do like interacting with some of you people in the live chat. Yep. Okay, so let me go ahead and actually check out some more things right now. So, okay, I could have sworn that I've already let certain people know, behind the scenes that I am doing a live stream, but I'm just waiting to see if, like literally, if some people are actually going to be here. I don't even know. Okay, so I believe I'm receiving another DM on Discord. Give me 1 second, really quick. There's one thing I want to say right now is to the people on Discord. I don't mind DMs, but at the same time, I would appreciate if I don't receive so many DMs behind the scenes because I'm doing a live stream. So I don't want to focus too much between, this stream and then my DMs in general. I just would choose not to do that. Yep. But anyways, let me see if I can wait. Did someone just send me a message really quick? Okay. So let me see. Okay, I'm not gonna be worried too much about that. Okay. Yeah, all I can really say right now is I'm not gonna be worried too much about, who sent me a DM. So yeah, but regardless, I'm just gonna go ahead and actually focus on this live stream. Yep. Okay, so all I can really say right now is I believe I'm seeing a new comment right now in the live chat, and I will get to that in just a second, really quick. So let me go ahead and actually check it out really quick. Alrighty then. Okay, so I should be able to actually see the comment. And I do apologize if I'm actually checking out some other things really quick. So I believe I have like a lot of comments, but not too much in a way. Okay, so let me go ahead and see who's in the live chat right here, right now. Hey Jay, what's up, man? Anyways, all I can really say as of right now is it's great to see you right now, J Dog. So all I can really say right now is it has been quite a while since you were in my live chat. Yep. So all I can really say right now is it's actually, hopefully that you're actually having a good day as of right now. So yeah, yep. Wait, hold on just a second. Like, am I seeing something like suspicious right now in the live chat? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and see who's gonna be in the live chat because I believe this person is actually trying to tell me what this person is. Okay, so just give me 1 second really quick, so that way I can actually check this out for myself. Wait, give me 1 second. Wait, why are you gonna unsubscribe from me? I mean, I do know who you are, but all I can really say right now. Okay, so this is one thing I want to say to you. Okay, so my question to you is, what happened to your previous YouTube channel? I mean, I did made you into a moderator. Yeah, I make you into a mod, but my question is, what happened to your previous YouTube channel? I mean, I've got no issue with you, but at the same time, I'm just wondering, what happened? I mean, I wouldn't mind if I make you into a moderator as of right now, but I just want a answer. What happened to your previous YouTube channel? And I will make you into a mod, but if you can actually explain it to me, then yeah, you're more than welcome to actually say your piece if you actually want to. I don't even know. But you are in my live chat for a good reason, though. But all I can really say right now is I've got no issue with you. So whatever you actually have to be saying is go ahead and actually say your piece in the live chat. But as a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually see if I actually made your previous channel into, a moderator because I should have been able to make you into a mod. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can actually try to get this resolved because, I have no idea what's going on with my end. Okay, so let me go ahead and see if I can actually try to fix this really quick. Alrighty then. So let me go ahead and actually check this out for myself. Okay, so that should be able to do it. So I'm gonna go and see if you're actually part of my moderator list. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to say to you. But if you are not in the moderator list, then hopefully I'll be able to have a chance to fix that in a way. Yep. So that's one thing that I want to be saying. Okay, so let me go and actually check out, double check on the moderator list because I could have sworn that I have made you into a moderator and you should have been a mod. Okay, so let me go ahead and actually check this out for myself. Well, ready then. I just want to make sure. Wait, hold on just a second. I believe I do see you. Like this should have been you. Okay. So I think let me see if I can actually try to fix this situation as of right now. I think according to my end, I believe that, YouTube accidentally, took away, your moderator or, I have no idea what's going on at this point. But hopefully I'll be able to fix it because I can't believe they actually do that. That they took away your mod. But one thing is for certain though is I'm gonna see what I can do if I can actually fix this situation. And I do apologize if this had to happen. But one thing is for certain though is I'm gonna go and see if I can try to fix this in a way. So give me 1 second, and I'll be able to actually fix this right now. Let me just double check something really quick because I have no idea what's going on with my end. Okay, so let me go and see if I can actually try to fix this really quick. So alrighty then. So there we go. That should be able to do the trick. So all I can really say right now is hopefully you were able to actually, yeah. Okay, so thankfully, hopefully that should be able to do the trick. And all I can really say right now is I do apologize if you weren't a moderator, but thankfully I was able to make you a mod again. So all I can really say right now is most likely I upgraded it. So yeah, that's one thing I want to say. And you're welcome. Yep. So all I can really say right now is thankfully I was able to actually fix this situation. So yeah. So I believe the last time that I made you into a moderator, I think you were just a standard moderator. But as of right now, I'm gonna be making you into a managing moderator. So yeah, so all I can really say right now is I actually upgraded it. Yep, I actually upgrade you know, your modship. Wait, is that even a word? Yeah, I don't even know at this point. But yeah, that's one thing that I want to have a chance to say to you. I'm not quite sure if that word modship is even a word, but I just stick with these words, mod or moderator in a way. Yep. But anyways, all I can really say right now is I was able to actually fix the situation, so thankfully I was able to actually do that. Yep. Okay, so all I can really say right now is I will get to this comment in just a second, really quick. So yeah, and all I can really say right now is if this ends up happening again, then I guess I'll have to keep making you into a moderator, and I will keep giving you your mod back because what can I say? I believe I met you, in the week club. I mean, what I meant to say is I believe I actually met you in one of the Funny Guy 9000's live stream, and and I believe you said that you're an ally of the Week Club, but you're not like a member, in which, you have your own choice of what you actually want to be doing. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to say. Yep. But one thing is for certain though is I'm gonna go ahead and actually get this, I will get the video up and ready. But let me go ahead and see. I believe you're trying to tell me something in the live chat. Okay, so let me see. I got rid of my Darth Vader YouTube because I wasn't getting a lot of subscribers. Okay, then all I can really say as of right now is you actually have your own, choice of what you actually want to be doing. But all I can really say right now is it's quite unfortunate, but it would be understandable if you actually want to, upgrade your profile picture. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to say. Yep. So all I can really say right now is hopefully that you do what you got to do when it comes to building up your YouTube channel, and all I can really say right now is if you actually put hard work and dedication into your content, then hopefully one day you'll have a lot of subscribers in a way, and who knows, what if eventually you'll get to 1,000? But I don't even know. Okay, so I believe you're trying to tell me something in the live chat. I'm getting a new drawer upstairs, but I'm gonna put it down and put it in the garage nicely. Okay, then all I can really say right now is that's actually good news to hear if you actually want to have a chance to be doing that. When it comes to putting your new drawer upstairs, and if you actually want to put it nicely down in your garage, well, put it down in your garage nicely is what I meant to say. Yep. But all I can really say right now is I might consider, promoting your YouTube channel in the future. But if you ever want to tell me about that, you can always reach out to me behind the scenes on Facebook Messenger. And we can go ahead and actually set something up, and I guess I'll allow you to be in my streamer panel. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to make that work. I'm not quite sure when, but if you actually want to give me like more details behind the scenes on Facebook Messenger, then I'd be happy to actually help promote your YouTube channel. And I'm really hoping that you'll get up to 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to have a chance to be saying to you. Okay, so let me go ahead and see if there's anything right now, you know, on my DMs. Okay, so far I'm not receiving anything, but I have to be like very thankful that if I'm gonna be honest with some of you people in the live chat, I should be like very thankful that I literally have a computer because it is pretty helpful. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to say as of right now. So yeah. But all I can really say right now is hopefully that some people are actually having fun in the live chat. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to have a chance to say. Okay, so let me go and see, what the person saying right now in the live chat. It means that my stepdad's going to help me. Oh, okay, then all I can really say right now is if you actually have some, help, especially from your stepdad, then that is fine of what you're actually going to be doing. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to have a chance to be saying. But going forward, all I can really say right now is that's actually just fantastic news that you're actually getting some help, especially from your stepdad. Yep. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually get to wait, hold on just a second. So I believe I'm seeing some new comments right now on the live chat, and I will get to that in just a second, but yeah. But the bottom line is that's actually just fantastic that you're actually getting some help from your stepdad. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and see who's new right now in the live chat. Okay, let's see. We've got Abstract Tom. How's it going? Okay, so all I can really say as of right now is it's good to see you as of right now, Asha Tom. And one thing that I want to say to you as of right now, Asha Tom, is I believe you actually told me that you actually have some, two YouTube channels. And one thing I want to say when it actually comes to that is I believe you actually told me like your other one would be considered your main channel, and for this one would be your backup channel. But I might consider, making your other one into a moderator. Like I'm being for real on that. So I might even consider making, the other one. I might make your other one a mod. But we'll have to wait and see what happens from here on out. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to say. So wait, hold on just a second. Give me 1 second really quick. Okay, so to Livy fan, this is one thing that I want to say to you is I would appreciate if you don't make assumptions like that, you know. But all I can really say right now is if this, certain person in the live chat, I'm not gonna say what it is, but you could say like a role playing account. I would just not engage. It's like what the Funny Guy 9000 would usually say. If you see these types of role playing accounts, just laugh and ignore. I repeat, just laugh and ignore. That's what Funny Guy would usually do. And if I'm going to be honest, I have to agree with him on that. But yeah, that's one thing I want to say to you, Livy. But I just would appreciate if you don't make like assumptions like that. But all I can really say right now is, just take Funny Guy's advice. Just don't even engage in a way. So yeah, that's one thing I want to be saying. But let me see what Asha Tom is saying as of right now. I have two YouTube channels. Okay, then all I can really say as of right now, Asha Tom, is I'll have to see what I can do when it comes to making your other one into a moderator. So most likely, I will be making your other one into a mod. So, but I'll see what I can do about that. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to have a chance to be saying to you. So yeah, but all I can really say as of right now is it's actually good to see that some of the people in the live chat are just having fun, and that's one thing I do appreciate from some of you people. So yeah, that's one thing I want to say. But anyways, all I can really say right now is wait, hold on. I believe Libby Fan's trying to tell me something in the live chat. So give me 1 second, really quick. Okay, so this is one thing that I do want to be saying to you as of right now, Livy. Whatever happens is if he's not even around on YouTube, then there's nothing we can actually, do anything about that. But at the same time, I'm not gonna speak anything negative about that person, but you could say to a certain extent, I don't have issues with that person. I'm not gonna say the full details, but at the same time, you could say he's not even around on YouTube anymore. It's unfortunate, but that's his own personal decision in a way. But all I can really say right now is I actually did enjoy his videos. I actually did, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to have the chance to actually get that because he's not even around on YouTube anymore. But regardless, I just overall enjoyed his content, his previous content. And one thing is for certain though is he knows how to make, videos and stuff like that. So yeah, that's one thing I want to be saying. Okay, so just give me 1 second really quick just to make sure if there's anything interesting. Okay, so far I'm not really seeing anything interesting as of right now. But one thing is for certain though is it's about time, people. I'm gonna go ahead and actually, get the video up and ready. But in a little while though. But for the time being, I'm just doing everything I can to make sure I interact with some of you people in the live chat before I actually, if I can actually get this video up and ready. Yep. So all I can really say right now is it's finally about that time, people. I'm finally gonna go ahead and actually get the video, but not right now though, because I actually just want to interact with some of you people just for a little while longer, and then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and actually get the video. And most likely, I will be giving my thoughts and opinion on Black Sheep of the Roar 98's new recent video. And all I can really say right now is he knows how to put hard work and dedication into his content. And that's one thing that I have to give him major props for. And one thing is for certain though, is he knows how to be entertaining to people. Yep. So all I can really say right now is to the people in the live chat, hopefully that you will be have the chance to actually enjoy this. Yep. And all I can really say as of right now is if some of you people actually want to support Black Sheep of the Roar 98, just contact me behind the scenes and I will be able to give you his YouTube channel. And I'm pretty sure Black Sheep wouldn't mind, but this is the one thing I want to say right now is if you enjoy his content, then good. But if some people are gonna be like bothering him, then these types of people can actually screw off in a way. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to be saying. But I'm pretty sure that the community that I'm actually in right now, I'm pretty sure that, we actually do respect the homie Black Sheep of the Roar 98. Yep. But let me go ahead and see if I'm actually missing something right now in the live chat. Already then. Okay, so far I'm not really seeing anything. So hopefully to the people in the live chat, hopefully that you'll be ready to actually see this video in a bit. So, yep, I finally got the video up and ready, but I'm just gonna go in and actually interact with the people for a bit, and then it's finally gonna go ahead and actually happen. Yep. So just give me 1 second really quick. So let me just go ahead and actually see if I actually got this video up and ready. Alrighty then. So that's one thing that I want to have a chance to be saying. Okay, so that should be able to do it. That I've actually got the video up and ready. Alrighty then. There we go. That should be able to do it. Yep. Yep. Video is up and ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually just interact with some of people, and then I'm finally gonna go ahead and actually, react to the video. Yep. But anyways, all I can really say right now is this is gonna be a pretty interesting video. So yep. And all I can really say right now is Livy, if you're actually still here in the live chat, I'm pretty sure I know what you're thinking, but all I can really say right now is I just wouldn't worry too much about that in a way. Yep. So all I can really say right now is if this person would just wants to do like his own thing, then that's his personal choice in a way. Yep. I'm pretty sure even this role playing account can actually agree with me on this. So, yeah, it's like what like for real. Does it really matter? Like what does that even matter if, his channel doesn't even exist anymore? So, yeah, I can honestly agree with this role playing account, but I'm not going to be saying this role playing account's name, but yeah. But all I can really say right now is I'm not gonna be saying any names. It's just far better. It's just don't even worry about it. But one thing is for certain, Livy, is I just want to worry too much about that anymore. Because in a way, I have to agree with this, role playing account. Yep. So again, I'm not gonna be saying this role playing account's name in the live chat, but you actually get where I'm actually coming from. So yep, that's one thing that I want to have a chance to be saying. But all I can really say right now is I'm gonna go ahead and wait and see if there's gonna be some comments really quick because once I actually play the video, I will not be able to actually check them out while I'm actually watching the video because we're all gonna be reacting to this video together. Yep. So it's finally gonna be happening, people. I'm finally gonna go ahead and actually get this video ready because this is gonna be pretty interesting. Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait and see if there's gonna be some any comment before I actually get this started in a way. So all I can really say right now is to the people in the live chat, any, comments or anything, because it's finally time that I finally get the video up and ready. Let me just go ahead and actually check out some other things really quick. Alrighty then. So let me just take a look at this. Wait, hold on just a second. Wait, I believe this is the wrong, tab. Okay, there we go. I was able to fix it. Alrighty then. So that should be able to actually, do the trick. Okay, so let me just go ahead and actually wait. Ah, shoot, I think I may have lost some connection. Okay, so let me go ahead and actually see if I can actually get this ready right now. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually fix something really quick already then. So let me just go ahead and check this out really quick. Alrighty then. So just about to fix this. So all I can really say as of right now, people, it's finally about time for me to actually make that happen. So yeah. Okay, so I believe I'm seeing a new comment as of right now. So, yep. Okay, so I believe this is a question I will get to in just a second. So let me see. Do you watch Tubi? Okay, so to answer your question, all I can really say as of right now is when it comes to like Tubi, I believe it is actually free for some people to actually be watching and stuff like that. So all I can really say right now is I've heard of it, but I haven't got a chance to actually check it out, unfortunately. So I hope that actually, answers your question. So I might consider actually checking it out, but who knows if I actually want to have a chance to actually do that. Yep. Okay, so let me go ahead and actually check something out really quick. Yep. Okay then. Okay, wait, for some strange reason, I can't really see any of these like settings right now. This is quite unfortunate, but let me see if I can actually try to fix this because I'm just trying to make this work. Alrighty then, I just want to make sure if I actually got this, up and ready. Alrighty then. Yep, that should be able to do it. Yep. Okay, there we go. That should be able to actually fix that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and actually share this in just a second, really quick. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to be saying. Wait, hold on. Oh boy, so for some reason it's not even letting me do it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wait for just a second before I actually, get this started. But anyways, all I can really say right now to the people in the live chat, any comment because it's finally about time for that I actually get the video, ready. Okay, so just let me just check one more thing really quick. Already then, that should be able to do it. Yep, there we go. That should be able to actually do the trick. Yep, I actually got the video up and ready, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually have to, share the screen in just a second, really quick. Yep. Okay, so all I can really say right now is hopefully that some people are actually having some, some fun in the live chat, which I do appreciate because, I'm doing everything I can to make sure that people actually have a, really good fun time. So, and that's one thing I want to make sure that I actually do. Yep. Okay, so let me go ahead and see who's in the live chat right here, right now. We've got Break Vids. How's it going? Anyways, it's good to see you right now, Brick. So all I can really say right now is you're just in time. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually, get the homie Black Sheep of the Roar 98's video ready, and hopefully you'll be able to actually enjoy it. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to be saying. Yep. So it's finally about the time. So hopefully that some people are gonna have a chance to actually, watch Black Sheep's video because all I can really say right now is he knows how to make some pretty good content in a way. I mean, what can I say? He just, overall a, good person to actually be around. So yeah, that's one thing I want to say. But all I can really say as of right now is wait, hold on just a second. So yep. But anyway, it's finally about that time, people. I'm finally gonna go ahead and actually get the video up and ready, and it's finally about time that we're actually gonna be, be watching it, together in a way. So let me go ahead and see if I can actually got this ready. Yep, that should be able to do it. Okay, so let me just check out one thing really quick. Okay, then, so let me just go ahead and actually just check this out really quick if I make sure that I get the setting correctly. Yep. Okay, yep. I just want to make sure that, this is actually working, correctly. Let me actually try something, yep. Okay, not gonna worry too much about that, so I'll just go ahead and actually get rid of that. All right, there we go. That should be able to do it. All right, thankfully I've already, put this, quick setting on. Alrighty then, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually get to this certain tab really quick. I just want to make sure that everything is working correctly the way that I want it to. Yep, and everything is working correctly, just like how I would expect it. Yep. Just give me 1 second really quick. So there's one thing that I have to be checking on something really quick. Okay, that's all I wanted to make sure. So anyway, to the people in the live chat, it's finally about that time. So I'm finally gonna go ahead and actually, get the video up and ready, and hopefully that some of you people are actually gonna be just enjoying this. Yep. But all I can really say right now is I'm gonna go ahead and actually wait for some, comment before I actually, get the video up and ready. Yep. I'm just gonna go ahead and just wait for some comments to appear in the live chat. And one thing that I want to be saying right now is once the video is over, I might even consider thinking about, letting people into my streamer panel, but I'll have to see if, if I actually want to have a chance to do that. But if not, then I can't really, do anything about that in a way. But all I can really say right now is this video that some of you people are actually about to see, it is going to be pretty interesting. And, let me see how long the video is. I believe it's around like 4 minutes, I believe, or something like that. Let me just see. Okay, so I just checked right now. So the video is not going to be like all that long. So most likely it's going to be just, 4 minutes. So pretty much it's going to be like a pretty short video for, for us to be watching in a way. Yep. But going forward, all I can really say as of right now is I'm just really hoping that, you people are going to be just enjoying this. Because this work that the homie Black Sheep of the Road 98 actually did, he actually put hard work and dedication into this particular video, and it is going to be pretty interesting. Yep. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to have a chance to say. But anyways, I believe I'm seeing a new comment in the live chat, so let me go ahead and see if I can actually get to that in just a second before I actually get the video up and ready. Okay, so let me go ahead and see who is here right now. Hey Zach D, what's up, man? Yo, sir. I knew you were gonna say that. Anyways, it's great to see you right now, Zach D. So, anyways, all I can really say as of right now is thankfully you are just in time. So all I can really say right now, it's finally time for me to actually get the video up and ready. So let me just go ahead and actually see if I can actually make this happen in a way. So yeah. But anyways, all I can really say right now to the people in the live chat is finally about that time. So I'm gonna go ahead and finally get the video up and ready because I know some of you people have been like waiting for this, and it's finally about that time that I actually, get this, up and ready. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to have a chance to say. But anyways, without any further ado, here we go, right here, right now. Okay, so as you people can actually see right here, this is one of Black Sheep of the World 98's new recent videos. And one thing that I do want to have a chance to be saying as of right now is this video is going to be like pretty interesting for some of you people to actually be watching. So all I can really say as of right now is I'm really hoping that some of you people are going to be enjoying this because, one thing is for certain though is the homie Black Sheep of the World 98 actually puts hard work and dedication into this video, and I'm really hoping that some people will have the chance to actually be enjoying this. So yep. So all I can really say right now is I'm gonna go and actually play the video, and I will be giving my thoughts on it afterwards. Anyways, here we go.
All right. So now I'm doing a video reminiscing on 30 years of the classic movie, one of the most classic movies of all time, Friday. Now, I wasn't born yet when this movie was out. I was born 3 years after, but nonetheless, it's still a classic, and damn near everybody knows this movie and seen this movie at least 5 times. Like if you haven't, then I don't know. But anyway, April 26, 1995, this movie came out. There's so many quotables in this movie, like so many quotables. Like I know you don't smoke weed. I know this, but I'm gonna get you high today. Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do. That's one. Or two. Bye, Felicia. Three. That's my bike, punk. Four. This is my favorite one. Get your punk ass up. It ain't even wet over there. Like it's so many. Like the whole damn the whole damn movie. Like every line in every movie from every character is a quotable. That's how much of a classic this movie is. and and this movie has an amazing cast, and half of the cast is no longer with us. So the cast is Ice Cube is Craig, Chris Tucker is Smokey, John Witherspoon as Willie Jones, Craig's dad, Anna Marie Horford, I think that's how you say her name, was Betty Jones, Craig's mom. Um, Tiny Listener is Debo, DJ Pooh as Red, um, um, Regina King as Dana Jones, Craig's sister, AJ Johnson as Ezel, um, Faison Love is Big Worm, Bernie Mac as the pastor. I can go on and on. But yeah, 30 years later, movie's still a classic and it'll forever be a classic. When the 40th anniversary comes, which is next decade, and the decade after that, and so on and so forth. So yeah, this is an all-time classic. It'll forever be remembered. And the two sequels, next Friday and Friday after next, those are good. Those are good too, but they're not better than this one. I'll tell you that right now. So yeah, that's my little video reminiscing on this movie and this and that and the third. So that's it. I'm out. Oh yeah, and fun fact about this movie. Dr. Dre recorded the soundtrack for this movie before it came, like shortly before it came out. Correct me if I'm wrong. And DJ Pooh was supposed to play Smokey, but they gave that role to Chris Tucker. And I want to give a shout out to X Men 1991 because he just did a video reminiscing 30 years of this movie and all that, and he's kind of the reason why I'm doing this. So I don't know if you're gonna see this, but shout out to X Men 1991. So yeah, that's what I forgot to add it. So yeah, that's it, and I'm out.
And there you go. You heard it from the man himself. So all I can really say as of right now is that was a pretty interesting video, if I do say so myself. So all I can really say as of right now is I just have to give a major shout out to the homie Black Sheep of the Road 98 for actually making this video actually happening. Like whoever thought that this film, like the actual film, like the Friday franchise, well, more particularly the first one, all I can really say right now is these types of film, they're actually pretty interesting. Like, I'm being for real on this. And one thing is for certain though is I actually do enjoy the Friday franchise, but one thing that Black Sheep did say was true is the first one is literally going to be the best. The sequels they could be good, but it's just the first one is always going to be like the best, if I do say so myself. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to have a chance to be saying. Yep. Anyways, to the people in the live chat, hopefully that some of you people actually did enjoy this because, I actually did enjoy this. So, yeah. But all I can really say as of right now is hopefully that some of you people are actually just enjoying this, live stream so far. So, thankfully, all I can really say right now is I just have to give like major props to, Black Sheep of the Roar 98. And if some people actually want to support his content, then just go ahead and let me know behind the scenes and I'll be able to actually make that happen. And I'm pretty sure that even members in the community where I'm actually at right now, more particularly Umbrella Spirit community, you know, the majority of us have actually, support the homie Black Sheep of the Roar 98. Yep. And one thing is for certain though is I'm pretty sure he's gonna be continuing making his his own content. And one thing is for certain though is he knows how to make pretty good content. And not only that, but he's also improving. Thankfully, from my own experience, Black Sheep of the World 98 can actually edit videos, and that's one thing that I have to give him props for. I mean, granted, he may not do like, streamer streams, like these ones, these types of live streams like I am. But one thing is for certain though, is he knows how to make some real good content. And that's one thing that I do want to be saying in particular to him. You know, I mean, there is a slight possibility that Black Sheep of the World 98, he could be making live streams, more specifically, streamer streams, but I would have to at least teach him how to do that. But I don't even know. That's up to Black Sheep if I'm going to be honest with some of you people. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to have a chance to be saying. Yep. So yeah, that's one thing I want to be saying. But anyways, let me go ahead and see who's in the live chat right here, right now. We've got Cypress TV. How's it going? Anyways, it's good to see you as of right now, Cypress TV. So all I can really say right now is hopefully that you're actually having a good day so far. So all I can really say as of right now is I believe I've made you into a moderator. So thankfully I was able to make you into a mod. And not only that, but also Network 3000, aka David 3000. So yeah, just to make sure that certain people don't impersonate you or David. So there is a good reason of why I actually made you into a moderator. So thankfully I made you into a mod because let's be honest, there are some impersonation accounts. I'm not gonna be saying, the full details, but yeah. But one thing is for certain though is I do appreciate like that was actually your very first time in my live chat on that other stream that that I actually did. Yep. So all I can really say as of right now is, if you're actually wondering what I'm actually doing as of right now, Cypress TV, I was actually, reacting to one of my subscribers slash supporters, videos. And if you're not fully aware about this, Cypress TV, he goes by the name Black Sheep of the World 98, which, by the way, he knows how to make some pretty good content. And one thing is for certain about this Cypress TV is if you're actually not fully aware about this, he knows how to fully edit videos, and that's one thing I have to give him major props for, if anything. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to have a chance to be saying in a way. Yep. But all I can really say right now is you're more than welcome to actually check out his content if you actually want to. But anyways, let me go ahead and see what you're saying right now in the live chat right now, Cypress TV. Thanks. That's a good idea. People pretend to be me all the time and also frame me. So I see. But all I can really say as of right now is there is a good reason of why I have a lot of moderators in my live chat because let's be honest, like there are some people who will impersonate other people. So there is a good reason of why I make people into mods in a way. So thankfully I was able to actually give you one in a way. Yep. But all I can really say as of right now is hopefully they're actually having a good day so far. And I never thought that, I'm actually having, more and more new subscribers in my live chat. And that's one thing that I have to give props to. Some of the new people in the live chat, such as yourself, Cypress TV, and not to mention Network 3000, aka David 3000, but I'll just call him David for short. So yeah, but all I can really say as of right now is I don't know too much about David. I actually added him, or rather, he actually found me on Facebook Messenger, and I was able to add him as a friend. So I don't know too much about him, but I did tell him like if he ever wants to have a civil conversation with me, then I'd be happy to actually do that with him. So yeah, that's one thing I do want to say. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if there's gonna be something interesting in the live chat really quick. Alrighty then, just making sure about this. Alrighty then. So yeah, let me go ahead and see if I'm actually missing some comments in the live chat really quick. I just want to make sure about this really quick. Okay, So all I can really say right now. Wait, hold on. Give me 1 second, really quick. Hold on, just a second. Okay, so I believe Astra Tom is trying to tell me something in the live chat. Okay, let me see what he's trying to tell me right now. Umbrella, share with us your secret perfect bowl of mac and cheese recipe. I know you have one. Okay, then all I can really say as of right now, Astra Tom is if I'm gonna be honest, I did have some, what's it called again? Perfect bowl of mac and cheese recipe. I mean, I did have some, but if I'm gonna be honest with you on this, Astro Tom, I don't know how to actually make it. I think you have to add some, some extra cooking ingredients for that particular recipe. I don't even know, but let's be honest, it's like there are some people out there who just don't know how to cook really well, and that's just how it is. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to say as of right now. Um, But anyways, let me go ahead and see what Cypress TV is saying right now. We do interviews on the Network 3000. Just ask David about that. He might be able to book you. Oh, okay. Then all I can really say when you actually said that as of right now, Cypress TV is I'll have to see if I could actually talk with him about that. I'm not quite sure what his schedule is going to be like, but I know for a fact that his YouTube channel, well, it used to go by David 3000, but as of right now, it's Network 3000 because he actually has some people who are actually, are in charge of that channel. I mean, granted, David is the owner, but thankfully he has some people who gain access to that particular YouTube channel. That's one thing that I should start doing, when it comes to, communities in general, in a way. Yep. So, yeah, that's one thing that I do want to say. Okay, so I believe this is what Asher Tom trying to tell me. When I went to the hospital today, they had Adventure Time on the TV in the waiting room. Oh, okay then. All I can really say as of right now, Astra Tom is that's actually pretty interesting. But if I'm gonna be honest, it's like when it comes to that particular TV show, Adventure Time, I've been actually hearing some good ratings about that TV show. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to have a chance to be saying. So all I can really say as of right now is I just think that that TV show is like pretty interesting, especially on Cartoon Network in a way. Yep. But anyways, let me go and see what Cypress TV is going to be saying right now in the live chat. Yeah, I'm one of the people. LOL. So I see. I mean, all I can really say as of right now to you, Cypress TV, is do you actually make content like on the Network 3000? I mean, I believe I'm subscribed to the channel, but I don't really like keep up of what's going on with that particular channel because let's be honest, there are some other channels that I do want to be exploring, but maybe I should check out more of the Network 3000. But keep us in mind, Cypress TV, I don't fully know David all that much. I've got nothing against him. I'm cool with him, but I just don't fully know him like that. I mean, granted, I do have him on Facebook as a friend, but at the same time, I want to see if I can actually make some time to actually get to know David, you know? So hopefully I can actually have a conversation with him about this. And yeah, and I wouldn't mind if I actually get to know David, but keep us in mind, Cypress TV, I don't fully know him that much. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to say. But all I can really say as of right now is wait, hold on just a second. I believe I'm need to check out something else really quick. Okay, so give me 1 second really quick. Okay, I'm not gonna be worried too much about that. Okay then, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually get to some of these new comments really quick in the live chat. So yeah. Okay, so yep, I will get it. I will get it in just a second. And I do apologize if I'm actually getting a bit sidetracked right now, but okay, I want to say this right here, right now. Is seriously to the people on Discord, it's like I wouldn't mind talking with some of you people, but at the same time, I'm literally doing a live stream right now. It's like, come on, please, people. I'm literally doing a live stream as of right now. Anyways, I do apologize for that, people, but it's just I don't understand why so many people are DM me on Discord right now. So yeah. But all I can really say right now is I actually want to get back to you, Cypress TV, and I do apologize if I'm getting a bit sidetracked right now. But all I can really say right now is if you actually have your own personal life to be dealing with, I can fully understand where you're actually coming from. But all I can really say right now is it's just understandable. Like, if you have your own personal life, and we all have personal lives that we got to deal with, especially when it comes to like actual work in a way. So yeah, for that reason, I can fully understand Cypress TV if you actually have your own personal life to be dealing with. So that part I can fully understand. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to say. Wait, hold on. Is it just me, or is Astra Tom, just said something bizarre right now in the live chat? Give me 1 second, really quick. So let me see if I can actually check this out. So okay, so this is one thing I want to say to you, Astra Tom, is why would you want to tell me something like that? I mean, I don't know. You could say I'm in a good mood, but at the same time, it's like that's a bit shocking of what you actually said of if I ever want to leave Earth, it's like what are you talking about? Like how is that possible? But Astra Tom, for example, even if I actually wanted to in a way, let's be honest, I don't think they're actually sending astronauts anymore because that was like a long time ago. But I don't think, as of right now, modern society is not going to do that because, you know, they're not, unfortunately. So, yeah, I don't even know, Asha Tom. I mean, it's a bit questionable of why you said that, but, you are entitled to your own opinion. But I just feel that that question that you just said in the live chat just now, it's a bit bizarre. But I can just tell Extra Tom if you're actually trying to be fun in the live chat. If you're actually trying to be fun, then I got no problems if you're trying to be fun in the live chat. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to say to you. Yep. But all I can really say right now is if you're actually trying to tell me some fun questions in live chat, I wouldn't mind. If they're a bit bizarre, I could check them out, but it's just in my opinion, Astra Tom, they're just a bit bizarre on my end. So yeah, I mean, I got no issue with you, but it's just that question that you just said. It is fun, but at the same time, it was just bizarre. So hopefully you can understand where I'm actually coming from. Yep. Okay, so I believe you're actually trying to tell me something in the live chat, so I will get to this. Okay, so yeah, I will get to it as of right now. Okay, let me see what you're saying right now, Astra Tom. Astronauts go to the International Space Station all the time. So I see. So all I can really say as of right now is I do have a bit of a question to ask you, Astro Tom. Are you like some type of expert when it comes to like, astronauts and whatnot? I mean, it would be fun to actually explore that. I mean, I believe some people actually want to find a way for astronauts to actually explore outer space. But one thing is for certain though is you actually need some air because if you don't have any air, then there's nothing because one thing is for certain though is if you are in outer space, you won't be able to breathe, and that's quite unfortunate that it just wouldn't be able to happen in a way. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to have a chance to be saying and whatnot. But anyways, let me go and see who's in the live chat right here, right now. Hey Leon, what's up, man? Anyways, one thing I gotta say right here, right now is it's great to see you as of right now, Leon. So all I can really say right now is hopefully that you're just doing like your own thing and stuff like that. So all I can really say right now is hopefully that you're actually having a good day so far. So and Leon, if you actually miss this live stream, I was actually reacting to one of my subscribers slash supporters videos, and this particular person goes by the name of Black Sheep of the Roar 98. So he's actually one of my homies. So yeah, that's one thing I want to say. Yep. But going forward, I'm gonna go ahead and actually get to some of these comments in just a second, really quick. So yeah, okay. So let me go ahead and see what Astra Tom is saying right now. I know nothing about astronauts. Oh, okay then. Well, all I can really say right now, Astra Tom, is since you actually brought up astronauts, I just figured that you actually know a thing or two about astronauts. But that's entirely up to you. But for me personally, I wouldn't mind if I actually did some research when it comes to astronauts in a way, because from what I'm actually hearing, some people actually are just trying to find a way to actually, trying to explore outer space in a way. I guess you could say some people may not be fans of it, but I don't even know. But one thing is for certain though is traveling to outer space, it could be quite a challenge though. Some people may think it's all sunshine and rainbows, but in reality, it's actually like really hard work to actually get there. And also, you have to be fully trained to actually get there in a way. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to say. Okay, so I think what the person actually trying to tell me is subscribe to, the channel. Okay, so give me 1 second and I'm gonna see if I can actually try to have a chance to do that. So let me go ahead and see if I can actually try to explore your channel and most likely I'll be able to subscribe to it. So yeah, give me 1 second and I'll be able to do that, no problem in a way. But all I can really say as of right now is I'm not quite sure. I think you were about to reach up to 100 subscribers, I believe, but for some strange reason, I have no idea why, you actually made a new channel for whatever strange reason. I don't even know. But all I can really say as of right now is that's your own personal choice of what you actually want to be doing. But I just personally think that I think deleting your channel, you should have just kept it up because, you were about to reach up to 100 subscribers, and that's quite unfortunate. But I don't even know. But you do have your own personal choice at the end of the day. Okay, so there we go. That should be able to do the trick. So I believe I'm subscribed to your channel. So, and I'm really hoping that you'll be able to reach up to 100 subscribers, like no problem. But I'm not quite sure, like, if not, if people will be able to. I mean, one thing is for certain though is I'm really hoping. I'm pretty sure that some people will be able, more and more people will be able to subscribe to your channel in a way. But I'm not sure how they're gonna be able to find it though. That's the question though, because let's be honest, certain people have a hard time finding like like certain YouTube channels in a way. More particularly, I'm not gonna say big ones, but usually small ones in a way. Yeah, but let's be honest. There's just so many other YouTube channels, for us to be watching. Well, more particularly, the big YouTube channels in a way. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to say. Okay, so you did said just now that you still have it, but you did not delete it. But I'm just wondering, did you actually, hit your channel? I'm just trying to know what's up because one thing is for certain though is your previous channel actually was about to reach up to 100 subscribers, but for some strange reason, I don't see it anymore. It's just really bizarre. I don't even know. But if YouTube is actually trying to mess with you or something, then it doesn't really come as a shock for me. I don't even know, but I don't fully understand YouTube these days. When it comes to like certain YouTube channels, more specifically, the small YouTube channels. Yep. Well, one thing is for certain though is I believe I'm subscribed to your YouTube channel, and I'm really crossing my fingers that you'll reach up to 100 subscribers. Like, no problem. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to be saying. Okay, this is what you're trying to tell me right now. Let me log into it. Okay, then. Well, all I can really say right now is do what you got to do, if you're actually going to be logging into your YouTube channel, because I could have sworn, I've actually made your previous YouTube channel into a moderator. Yeah, and I gave you a mod. So I made your other one into a mod, and you should have been able to be a moderator. I don't even know, but hopefully you can actually get this fixed in a way. But if you actually hit your channel, then that could be understandable in a way. Yep. I mean, after all, YouTube does give people the option to either hide their channel or actually delete it. So, yeah, that's one thing that I want to be saying. But who knows? That's entirely up to you of what you actually want to do for your, you know, YouTube channel in general. So I'm not quite sure if you actually have like one or two, but that's entirely up to you of what you actually want to do. Yep. But one thing is for certain though is I'm gonna go ahead and actually keep this live stream for a little while longer, and then after this I'm gonna go ahead and just end this because I believe I've already said my piece for this, this live stream so far. So all I can really say right now is I'm gonna keep this live stream going for a little while longer, and after this I'm gonna go ahead and just end this live stream because I believe I already said what I had to be saying. So yeah. But one thing is for certain though is if some people actually want to, leave some more comments in live chat, I would appreciate it. And then after this, I'm just gonna go ahead and just end this because, I believe I already said my, piece on this so far. So yeah, so that's one thing that I want to be saying. But let me go ahead and see if there's gonna be some DMs really quick. 1 second. Okay, I'm not gonna worry too much about that because I actually want to focus on the live stream. So all I can really say right now is thankfully, I was able to actually react to the homie Black Sheep of the World 98's, new recent videos, and yeah. So all I can really say as of right now is hopefully that some of you people are actually going to be supporting, Black Sheep of the World 98. Yeah, so yeah, that's one thing that I want to be saying. So I would highly recommend checking out his channel, and yeah. And one thing is for certain though is he knows how to make pretty good content for some people, and yeah. And one thing is for certain though is I believe he is most likely a member in our community, but yeah. But I think for the most part, he just does his own thing. So yeah, yeah. But all I can really say right now is I haven't talked to Black Sheep if he is a member, but he's always welcome to be a member regardless. Okay, so give me 1 second really quick. Oh, what you're trying to tell me? Okay, I logged into it and let me in. Okay then. Wait, give me 1 second really quick. So let me go ahead and actually check out something in the live chat really quick. Alrighty then. So I just want to make sure. Alrighty then. So yeah, that's one thing I want to say. Okay, so there's something that I do have to check up on really quick. So yeah, I'm not gonna be worried too much about these DMs of what I'm actually looking at right now. So yeah, I'm just not gonna be able to do that. Okay, so thankfully I just muted certain DMs because I don't need to look at that. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually see what's gonna be new in the live chat really quick. Okay, so let me see right now. Okay, I am back. Okay. All I can really say as of right now is welcome back. So yeah. So this is actually the YouTube channel that I was actually trying to refer to. So yeah. But all I can really say as of right now is this is just a bit bizarre that I believe you have like I thought you had like one YouTube channel, but it turns out you actually have two. So let me just take a look at both of these so far. So I believe one of them is about to reach up to 100 subscribers, and the other one has slightly less subscribers. But if I'm gonna be honest, I would highly recommend using the one that's close to 100 subscribers because let's be honest, you're about to actually reach that goal. So yeah, that's one thing I want to say. So, and you can actually keep the other one as a backup, but this is just like advice that I'm actually trying to be giving you. And it's up to you if you actually want to have a chance to take it. But I would highly recommend that you actually work on the one that you're about to reach up to 100 subscribers because let's be honest, it's far better to actually keep it that way rather than starting over. But this is just my own personal advice, if anything. So hopefully that you know what I'm actually talking about. So yeah. But let me check out one thing really quick. So there's actually some things that I have to do check up on really quick already then. So yep. But all I can really say right now is this is just advice that I'm actually trying to give to you, but that's entirely up to you if you actually want to, are going to be able to use it or not. But, I'm just, recommending, you taking my advice of what I'm actually trying to give to you. Okay, so let me see if you're actually trying to tell me something in the live chat right now. Cool. I used it. Oh, okay then. All I can really say as of right now is I would just recommend that you just use this one, but yeah. And one thing is for certain though is most likely for this one that's about to reach up to 100 subscribers, most likely I will make that one into a moderator. So all I can really say right now is for this one is gonna be a mod. And if I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to make too many people into a moderator. So yeah, so you could say one mod at a time. So hopefully that makes sense to you, if anything. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to have a chance to say. So yeah. But anyways, I just hope that you just take my advice on this one. But anyways, let me go ahead and see who is in the live chat right here, right now. Hey, Rage Master, what's up, man? Anyways, it's great to see you right now, Rage Master. So all I can really say as of right now is hopefully that you're actually having a good day so far. And Rage Master, you actually just missed it. I was actually reacting to one of my subscribers slash supporters, and that being the homie, Black Sheep of the World 98. So yeah, the one and only Black Sheep of the World 98. But I'm pretty sure that you're subscribed to his channel. So all I can really say right now is he knows how to make some pretty good content. So, yep. And I just have to give him a major shout out. So, yeah. But all I can really say right now is he's definitely cool with all of us, especially in our community. So, and I got no issues of. I'm not quite sure Black Sheep is a member in our community, but that's up to him though. But I think for the most part, he just doing his own thing. But I mean, all I can really say right now is I'm not quite sure if he's in our community, but he is more than welcome to join our community. And he doesn't need my full permission on that one. He can just join automatically. Why? Because that's how much we actually respect the homie Black Sheep of the War 98. Yep. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to say. But anyways, all I can really say as of right now is hopefully that some people are gonna be enjoying, I mean, enjoying that video. Yeah, who were enjoying that video, and not to mention this live stream as well. Yep. But anyways, I believe I'm gonna go ahead and get to some comments in the live chat really quick. So give me 1 second, and I will get to that in just a second. Okay, so let me go and see what Rage Master is saying right now. Like Black Sheep of the World 98 said, nobody cared. I think this is what you actually meant to say, Rage Master. Nobody cares. But all I can really say as of right now is it's just so, funny how he would usually say that. But all I can really say right now is, I think in my own personal opinion, that is like one of Black Sheep's memorable catchphrases, if anything. And I just love it whenever he just says that because, it's true. But I don't even know. But it would be something if Black Sheep was actually in the live chat. But I can't really say anything about that. But that's up to him if he actually wants to be in my live chat. But I think for the most part, he's just doing his own thing, of course. But one thing is for certain though, and this is one thing I want to say to you, Rage Master, is like I said just now, that is up to Black Sheep if he wants to be a member in our community. I'm not quite sure if he is, but he is more than welcome to join, like no problem. And the best part is he doesn't need my permission. He can join whenever he wants. And that is for certain though. Why? Because that's how much respect that, we people, like us people in the community actually give him respect for. Us people in the community, like we people in the community, we actually give him a lot of respect. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to say. But anyways, all I can really say right now is if some people have, yeah, if some people actually have some more comments, they're more than welcome to actually say their piece in in the live chat. So, yeah, that's one thing that I do want to be saying. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this live stream going for a little while longer, and after this, I'm gonna go ahead and actually end this because I've already said what I had to say for this live stream, of course. Yep. But anyways, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at my DMs really quick before I actually end this live stream in just a bit. Yep. Okay, so let me go ahead and see if I'm actually missing something really quick. Alrighty then. So okay, so far I'm not really seeing anything at the moment really quick. Yep. Okay, so let me go ahead and see if there's gonna be something new in the live chat really quick. Alrighty then. And to some people in the live chat, I'm not gonna be ending this live stream not right now though, but in a little while longer. Like just a little bit. And then after this, I'm just gonna finally go in and just end this because there's not really more for me to say because I just reacted to one of his videos and I'm pretty sure he won't have a problem with me reacting to one of his videos. So yeah. But anyways, thanks for stopping by. So yeah. So hopefully that you actually have a good day. And if you actually want to talk to me behind the scenes, then you're more than welcome to actually do that in a way. But thankfully, I was able to make you into a moderator. Thankfully, you're a moderator. So all I can really say as of right now is hopefully that you actually enjoy that. Yep. But one thing is for certain though is most likely I'm only gonna make one of your YouTube channels into a moderator. So you'll only have like one YouTube channel to be a mod. Because if I'm gonna be honest, I'm not trying to make like a lot of people into moderators or mods because it's far better if it's just one at a time, if anything. So hopefully that some of you people can actually respect me where I'm actually coming from about that. So yeah. But anyways, one thing is for certain though is I actually had a fun time, the last stream that I actually made. And if some people actually want to talk to me behind the scenes, it will happen, but right after this live stream, if anything. Yep. But let me see if certain people are actually DM me right now. So I'm not gonna be worried too much about Discord, but I wouldn't mind if it's like Facebook. But so yeah. Let me just take a look at something really quick. And so far, I'm not really seeing anything all that new as of right now. Okay, well, that's a bit unfortunate, but I'm not gonna say anything too much about that. Yep. But anyways, all I can really say right now is so far this live stream has been going like pretty well, and I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna be doing on my next live stream. So who knows? I may find something interesting, or rather, I might just go back to open form and stuff like that. I mean, I wouldn't mind open forms, but at the same time, I want to have more topic variety, especially when it comes to chill streams and stuff like that. So definitely, I want to go in and see if I can actually try to do that, especially when it comes to chill stream and stuff like that. Matter of fact, I might consider bringing that back because you could say I just talk with so many people, and then all I can really say right now is I just talk while so many people actually enjoy certain background music, more specifically relaxing background music. Yep. But one thing is for certain though is who knows is it may be able to happen, but if some people in the live chat have some interesting ideas, then I wouldn't mind if I actually do check it out in a way. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to have a chance to be saying. Yep. So all I can really say right now is give me 1 second really quick. So I think I'm seeing that certain people are actually coming back in my live chat. So anyways, all I can really say as of right now is let's try to see if we can actually keep this conversation going because I'm actually just having you know, a fun time as of right now. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to say. So let's see if we can actually try to make this happen, people, because I actually do interacting with some of you people in the live chat, and that's one thing that I do have to appreciate, if anything. Yep. But one thing is for certain though is if I do see something interesting, I may be able to talk about it on my, on a future live stream, but who knows? But all I can really say as of right now is I just really appreciate that so many people were actually in my live chat, just just watching the video that I was just reacting to, and I may consider reacting to more videos like this. So you could say in particular a reaction live stream. I don't know, but that's just my opinion on it. So yeah, but one thing is for certain though is I don't want to make too much reaction live streams because there are like certain videos that they could be, labeled as what's the word I'm looking for? Give me one second. Oh, that's right. Copyrighted material, or rather, for short, copyright. Which, by the way, if I'm gonna be honest, it's like, why is that even a thing? Like for real, it's like it should not be a thing because don't we have like the legal right to actually react to videos that we want? It's just, for entertainment purposes, I don't even know, but I just don't understand it these days. It's unfortunate, but it had to be said. Yep. But anyways, I'm just waiting to see if there's gonna be some more people in the live chat before I'm actually gonna go ahead and end this live stream. So all I can really say right now is I actually had a pretty good fun time, especially when it comes to this live stream. But unfortunately, I don't think not a lot of people were in my live chat, which is quite unfortunate, sadly. But if certain people were actually busy, then that part can be understandable in a way. So yeah, that part can definitely be understandable. But anyways, let me check on my other DMs really quick. Alrighty then. Let me just take a look at this. And so far, I'm not really seeing anything new. I don't even know, but who knows? But one thing is for certain though is if some people actually want to talk to me behind the scenes, then I wouldn't have a chance to, I mean, one thing is for certain though, then I wouldn't mind if I, have that actual chance to actually interact with some people. Yep. And one thing is for certain though is I just can't believe that, I'm actually, have some new subscribers slash supporters in my live chat. And you could say overall, I believe my channel, YouTube channel is starting to actually gain growth. And that's one thing I do have to appreciate. So yeah, that's one thing I want to say is to the people in the live chat. I just really appreciate, that so many people have actually, have been supporting me, and that's one thing that does matter to me, if anything. Yep. But all I can really say as of right now is I'm just really cross my fingers that, I'll be able to have like more support than ever before because I just overall just appreciate, you could say a lot of you in the live chat, and that's one thing I want to say. Yep. So yeah, in a way. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and actually end this live stream in just a bit, but not right now though. So I'm just waiting to see if there's gonna be some comment before I actually end this really quick. So yep, I'm just waiting to see if there's literally gonna be like any type of comments before I actually end this because I just really appreciate a lot of you in my live chat, and that's one thing that does matter to me. Yep. Okay, so let me go ahead and actually check out some other things really quick. Alrighty then. And so far, I'm not really seeing anything new at the moment. It's quite unfortunate, but oh well. But anyways, let me see if there's gonna be something else in the live chat. Alrighty then, just making sure. Yep. Okay, so but all I can really say as of right now when it comes to YouTube is I'm not quite sure what I should talk about, but when it comes to my YouTube channel, I'm just really crossing my fingers that it will continue to gain growth in a way, and more people will be able to subscribe to me and stuff like that. So yeah, and you could say I may not be able to make videos at the moment, but one thing is for certain though is I know how to make live streams, and that's one thing. I mean, who knows? I may consider making some particular videos in the future, but I don't even know. But that may be for the future, but who knows? Yep. But I'm actually like pretty surprised that you got myself, and I believe there's some people in our community that actually do know how to live stream. But for me personally, I just do whatever I can to actually make live streams for so many people to actually be enjoying, and that's one thing that does matter to me. One thing that does matter, that I got people who come into my live chat, show some support, and yeah, that's one thing I want to say. Yep. But I'm just like really surprised that a lot of people were DMing me earlier, but as of right now I'm not seeing a lot of people. That's quite unfortunate, but they could be because they have some, personal life to be dealing with. But if that's the case, then that's on them in a way. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and double check to make sure if if I'm actually missing some comments really quick. So that's one thing that I do have to check up on really quick. So let me just go ahead and actually check something out really quick. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and actually, save these comments before I actually, get going in just a bit. So yeah, so just give me 1 second and I'll be able to actually do that. Okay, so thankfully I was able to actually save this comment and I'll go ahead and save this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and save some of these other ones. Yep. Okay, so thankfully I was able to save the majority of your comments. So I'm just like, you know, surprised that not a lot of people were in my live chat, but here I was, kind of half expecting some more comments in the live chat. But all I can really say right now is that certain people are actually busy right now, then that's just fine, But there's always next time because I do whatever I can to make sure that I do these types of live streams for you more more specifically, streamer streams, because I know that that's what some of you people actually like. And granted, there are times where at least some of you people actually get into my, gaming streams. But at the same time, one thing I'm noticing is I think certain people actually would rather have me do streamer streams more than gaming streams in a way. But if that's your people's opinion, then that's fine. But at the same time, I just want to have topic right when it comes to these types of streams in general. Streamyard and gaming in a way. So yep, that's one thing that I do want to have a chance to be saying. But all I can really say right now is I'll definitely see if I can try to balance between those two in a way. Yep, especially streamer stream. If that's even a thing. I think that's what some people would rather call it, but I don't even know. But anyways, it's finally time for me to, end the live stream in just a bit. So I'm just waiting to see if there's literally going to be some final comments really quick, and I will end this in just a bit. So yeah, I'm just trying to make sure if I actually get this up and ready. So yeah. But anyways, it's finally about time for me to end this live stream, but not right now though. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait and see if there's gonna be some final comment before I actually end this. Yep. But I'm not quite sure what else I should be talking about. I mean, I did react to, the homie Black Sheep of the World 98's recent new video. But one thing is for certain though is okay, one thing is for certain though is it would have been cool if he was in the live chat, but if he was actually pretty busy, then that's fine. But he's more than welcome to actually reach up to me to, to the DMs if he actually wants to. Yeah. He is always welcome to talk to me because, he's been like pretty loyal to all of us in our community. Yep. And this is one thing that I do want to say is, I'm going to be looking forward for his future content, but that's only when he actually has time to actually do that. Yep. But one thing is for certain though is, hopefully some of you people can actually check out his content. So yeah, that's one thing I want to say. So definitely go and check out his channel. So his channel is actually pretty good, and you'll be able to find some pretty interesting content in a way. So yep, that's one thing that I do want to have a chance to be saying. But anyways, it's finally about that time, people. I'm finally gonna go ahead and end this live stream in just a bit. And if some people actually want to talk to me behind the scenes, then they're more than welcome to actually do so. Yep. And one thing that I do want to be saying right now is I'm not quite sure what's gonna be for the next live stream, I may consider doing some type of chill stream. I don't even know, but if I'm gonna be honest, there are certain times where I may run out of ideas in a way, but hopefully that I will at least come up with something. I don't even know, but hopefully that I will be able to at least find something. So yeah, that's one thing I want to say to the people in the live chat. But if some people actually have some interesting ideas, then I'll be able to make sure if I can actually check it out and stuff like that. But anyways, I'm just waiting to see if there's gonna be some any final comment because I am gonna go ahead and end this live stream in just in a bit. Yep. Because I believe some people actually want to talk to me behind the scenes and I will be able to actually check up with them. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to say. But anyways, all I can really say right now is this live stream has been like pretty fun so far. So hopefully I'll be able to have the chance to actually do more these types of live streams. You could say reaction live streams. So if I do see something interesting, then I may consider react to it. So yeah, that's one thing I want to say. But give me 1 second just to make sure if wait, hold on just a second. Did I just see something funny? Wait, never mind. It could have been just my imagination. I mean, I think someone just sent me an interesting meme on Discord. It's like, okay, this may be funny, but it's like, what the heck am I looking at? I don't even know. But I'm not even gonna say the full details. But I do have some friends on Discord, and they can send some funny memes and stuff like that. I don't even know. But knowing my friends, that's up to them if they actually want to send me memes or just goof off with me, or I don't even know. But it's just so fun how some of my friends are just having fun on Discord at the moment. I'm not gonna be saying any names, but overall, these types of friends that I have, they're just fun to be around. So yeah, that's one thing I want to say. But at the same time, I'm getting a bit too distracted on Discord, but I'm not gonna like be bothered by that. Nope. But anyways, let me go to see if there's gonna be some. Wait, give me 1 second. Wait, why am I still on Discord? Okay, here we go. But anyways, I'm just trying to see if there's gonna be some any final comment because it's finally about that time, people. I'm finally gonna go ahead and actually end this live stream in just a bit. But I'm just waiting to see if there's gonna be some comment before I actually end this in a way. Yep. So all I can really say right now is to the people in the live chat, hopefully that some of you actually had fun, and hopefully I'll be able to have some pretty interesting live streams for the future. I mean, one thing for certain though is I do plan on making more like live streams and whatnot, but at the same time I gotta have more topic variety because one thing for certain though is I know that I have been doing some what's that called, open forums, but at the same time I gotta have some more topic variety in a way. Like I have to. I'm not quite sure how am I gonna do it, but hopefully I'll be able to find a way regardless. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to be saying. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream in about like 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait and see if there's gonna be some any final comment because I will be ending this live stream in like 5 minutes. So all I can really say right now is I'm just gonna be waiting for some of you people. So by all means, go ahead and say like your final comment before I actually, end this really quick. Yep. So it's finally about that time, people, because I personally feel that I've already said what I had to say for throughout the majority of this live stream, and yeah. So all I can really say right now is hopefully I'll have something interesting for a future live stream. So yeah, that's one thing that I want to say. So hopefully that I will come up with at least something. So thankfully I was able to react to one Black Sheep of the World 98's video. And yes, that's one thing I want to say. He is definitely my homie. So yeah, that's one thing I want to say. So yep, this is the one and only Black Sheep of the World 98, especially when it comes to his video. New recent video. Yep. So all I can really say right now is if Black Sheep of the World 90 has some more interesting videos, then I may consider reacting to them. So if they're like new and recent or recent and new, then most likely I'll be able to react to it because he just makes like pretty good, interesting content. And that's one thing that I want to say in regards to him. Yep. So yeah, that's one thing I want to say. So but anyways, I'm just waiting to see if there's gonna be any final comments before I actually end this live stream because I actually do have some things that I gotta be doing because certain people actually want to talk to me behind the scenes and I gotta check out to see what's up with them. Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait and see if there's gonna be some final comment before I actually end this in just a bit. So yeah, but give me 1 second just to make sure if I'm. Wait, hold on a second, really quick. Alrighty then, I just want to make sure. Okay, so far I'm not really seeing anything at the moment. I could have sworn like I received a DM, but I'm not worried too much about that. Yep. But all I can really say right now is this has been a fantastic, fun live stream, especially when it comes to this live stream. A reaction. Yeah, a reaction live stream, if anything. Yep. But to the people in the live chat, be sure to check out that being one, the homie Black Sheep of the Roar 98 and his, channel. So that I would highly recommend checking out his content, if anything. Yep. Okay, so I believe I'm receiving a DM on Discord, but again, I'm not gonna be worried too much about that. So yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and actually get this ready really quick, so that way I can make sure that I actually end this live stream in just a bit. So yeah. So one thing I want to say right now to the people in the live chat, I'm just like waiting and see if there's literally gonna be like any final comment before I actually end this in just a bit. So yeah, that's one thing that I do want to have a chance to be saying. But hopefully to some of the people in the live chat, hopefully that you people actually had fun, while I actually did this live stream when I was reacting to, Black Sheep's new recent video or recent new video, whatever you want to call it. So yep, that's one thing that I want to say in particular. So yeah, that's one thing I gotta say. But anyways, in about 1 more minute, I'm finally gonna go ahead and actually end this live stream because I've already said what I had to say. So keep us in mind, people. I'm finally gonna go ahead and end this in about like 1 minute. So yeah, but one thing I want to say as of right now is this live stream has been like pretty fun so far. So hopefully that some of you people actually did enjoy this. So I guess the last thing that I want to say as of right now is to the homie Black Sheep of the World 98 is keep on making content because you know how to make some pretty good, interesting, good content to people. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream because I've already said what I had to say. But anyways, thank you for watching this dope live stream that I was currently doing now. So give this live stream a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next upcoming live stream. Bye, everyone.